All right, so today we're gonna start off by unboxing the brand new Pixel 10 Pro XL, all right? This is Google's latest flagship that's so cutting edge, it's probably auto-corrected my life choices before I've even made them. And before I turn it on, I'm gonna do what every responsible adult should do, slapping on some protection. Step 1, the Spigen Glas.tR EZ Fit screen protector. So they claim it's easy fit, but we're gonna see if that means that it's easy to install or it's easy for me to screw it up, okay? Step 2 is gonna be the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case. So again, it's that clear design so I can still show off that awesome Pixel look while pretending that I don't drop the phone at least twice a day. So today's mission, unbox, install, and find out if the Spigen protection lineup actually keeps this Pixel safe. One wrong move and we're gonna find out if it lives up to the hype. Oh, and seriously, thanks for stopping by my little corner of YouTube. In a sea of content, I can't thank you enough for sharing some of your precious time with me. Taking the time to watch the video, like, and subscribe helps me to keep growing the channel, and for that, I thank you. Now, let's get into it. All right, so let's start off first of all by unboxing my brand new Pixel 10 Pro. I've been waiting a while to get this and here it is. Not a bad way to spend about $1,650 Canadian. So I've got the Pixel 10 Pro XL, all right? I'm coming from a Pixel 7 Pro XL and I was hoping that I was gonna get a little bit more life out of that phone, but unfortunately the screen ended up meeting its demise about a year and a half ago and I suffered with that cracked screen until now, so I told myself I was due for an upgrade. All right, so first of all, the box, very sleek, very minimalist, okay? I'm kind of hoping that for all that money, I was gonna get something just a touch more substantial. So let's start by getting this thing open here. Pull my pull tabs off the back, and it should just slide right out of here. Okay, there we go. Wow, it's a tight fit. Okay. So, one step closer. Let's see what Google's given us in here. Okay, so inside the case, as you guys can see here, I believe I've got some documentation here. It's probably gonna be my carry and use instructions. And here, ooh, here's the actual device. And here is the USB-C charging cable that's come with it. Now, I remember back in the day, you used to be able to get charging bricks with these things, but it looks like those days are long behind us. Now, also, on that same note, when it comes to the phones, oh wow, look at that thing. I'm also used to there being an actual, I'm just gonna call it a screen protector, I guess, that used to come on these things. But overall, man, this thing is sleek. It feels really, really nice in hand. Oh man, it's slick though. That's one thing to keep in mind. I'm happy that I'm putting a case on it because I could totally see myself dropping this thing, but man, that thing is beautiful. Let me get out my Pixel 7 Pro and we can compare the two side by side. Wow, okay. So for starters, we can see just how far we've come in 3 years' time. So I mean, screen size, again, they're both the XL variants, but man, this one's just got such a sleek feel in hand, whereas this one, it's still nice, don't get me wrong, but man, it's just a different beast altogether. Huh. Yeah, this thing, it's got that smooth gloss black. This really feels like a premium device, whereas, you know, this one here, it was good for what it was back in the day. You know, button placement, again, seems pretty well thought out. Seems pretty, you know, everything's in a good spot here. You know, your volume rocker, everything's got a really nice tactile feel. Maybe you guys can hear that. Maybe, maybe not. Again, it's a larger phone, but it feels good in hand. It feels substantial here. Overall, this thing's pretty slick. That camera bump, wow. You notice it, it's there. Wow, yeah, that camera bump, you really do notice it here. It's pretty pronounced. Like on my 7 Pro, you've got the bump, okay? But on this guy, you definitely know something's happening here. Photography's always been one of Google's strong suits, right? They've always put a lot into their imaging, whether that's by using a decent camera to begin with, which, you know, in my mind is your best option, but they do a ton on the software side, and they do a really, really good job of that as well. So now that we've got this thing unboxed, this is the perfect time to pair it with the Spigen Glas.tR screen protector, as well as the EZ Fit Ultra Hybrid case. Make sure that we got this thing fully protected. So here is our screen protector. So let's start by opening this guy up and see what we got here as I mangle the package. Okay, so you can see what comes in the package here, folks. So we've got not one, but two of these kits, which is really nice, okay? You've got one here, and if you screw it up, you got a backup. But in all honesty, usually what I find that happens with these things is you end up cracking the screen protector. You know, you do one of those, and then all of a sudden it's like, dang, I gotta get some protection on there. So instead of having to wait to get a new one ordered in, you got a backup that's ready to go here, which is really nice, okay? So in terms of what actually comes with the kit here, you've got not one, but two of the protectors. You've got some basic instructions here, and this is always nice to see that these are included. A lot of times they'll have a little QR code here that you can scan as well that'll take you directly to some additional information for, you know, how you can apply the screen protector, but it's always nice to see that that's included. Looks like we've got a little application tool here. We've got an application pad and a few other accessories here, so that's nice to see. And then here we go. This is what I was expecting to see. So we've got a couple dust removal stickers here, okay? And these are really nice to have because, again, any little speck of dust that shows up on that screen protector, right away you're gonna see a little bubble on there. We've got a cleaning lens and also a couple screen wipes here. Now, I know what you're thinking, okay? This phone is brand new, okay? This screen's gonna be perfectly clean, but you're still gonna wanna give it a wipe. There could still be some residue and whatnot from the manufacturing process, so we wanna make sure that we get this thing squeaky clean before we go and apply that screen protector. Okay, so the very first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put down my installation pad here, and then I'm gonna line up the bar on the phone with the installation pad, okay? So this keeps that camera bump raised so you know you're not gonna damage anything there, all right? Now, the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab one of my cleaning wipes here. I'm gonna open it up. And now I'm gonna wipe down the front of the phone here. Again, even though the phone is new, it's clean, you wanna make sure you're just getting rid of any of that potential residue that may be on there for the manufacturing process or that came in shipment. So these alcohol wipes, they usually dry very, very quick. So again, I'm just gonna give this a quick wipe down. Excellent, okay. All right, we're gonna let that dry off for a second. And now that I've done that, I'm gonna take my microfiber cloth here. And again, with the microfiber cloth, I'm just gonna give this a quick wipe down as well, just to make sure everything looks good. Okay, and now I'm gonna take a look at this under the lights and see if I can see any specks of dust here. Now, I don't see any on the phone, but that's not to say that they're not there, okay? So what I'm gonna do, the kit does come with a couple of these dust removal stickers, all right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take those dust removal stickers, I'm gonna take the big one here, and I'm just gonna give it a quick application across the whole top of the phone here. Just to make sure I've got everything. Excellent, okay. So there we go, we've got that cleaned up. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my screen protector here. Now the first thing it does is it indicates here, this is the back side, okay? So I need to take this back piece here, I need to pull this off first. So let's go ahead and peel that. Okay, that's the back side of my screen protector cleared off. I've got that peeled off. I've taken the back film off. I'm gonna lock this into place. And this is what I love about this style of screen protector, is the fact that this thing lines it up for you. I can't tell you how many times I've fought with old style ones where they never did this. So it says press and slide, and we're gonna wait 30 seconds here, okay? So 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 28, 1,000, 29, 1,000, 30, 1,000. Okay, so that should be my 30 seconds right there. All right, so now that I've got that done, now it says remove from here. So I'm gonna peel this inner piece off. Okay, so let's take this off of here. Okay, and now that I've got that piece off, now I should be able to lift this up here. Okay, so now this is just my guide tray out of the way. And now I can grab one of the tabs here. And there we go. Okay, now one last step here. We've got our little squeegee here. We're just gonna go and give this a quick little buff out. Oh my goodness, folks. I think we nailed it. And if you take a look here, perfect. I don't have any bubbles, no air gaps. Oh man, this thing looks good. Right on. Okay, I love how easy they made that installation. So just focusing a little bit on some of the technical aspects here. This is made with 9H tempered glass and Spigen's Alumicor tech, which basically means it's pretty darn tough, okay? So it's scratch resistant, it's drop resistant, it's even heat resistant, and it's really built to last, okay? So this is gonna give you a good peace of mind knowing that your Pixel 10 Pro XL screen, this thing's got some serious backup. That Gorilla Glass is amazing. This on top is even better. It is such a smooth feel. Like to me, this feels exactly like the actual screen that's on here, and that's nice. If you had seen the review that I did on the screen protector initially for my Pixel 7 Pro, it was I don't want to call it a TPU, but it was a plasticky based material. It wasn't a tempered glass one, and it definitely had a different feel to it. I didn't mind the initial feel at the time, but after, you know, gaming on it for an extended period of time, you would start to get a little bit of an abrasion on your thumb, I noticed. This stuff is silky smooth, okay? Now, they also do make a privacy version of this as well. So if, you know, you want to be able to cut down on viewing on the off angles, something to be mindful of. So again, one thing that I really like with these ones here is the fact that you get 2 screen protectors, not just one. So again, if you mess up one during installation, you know you got a backup. But honestly, my experience is usually that you'll have one that cracks and then you have that, oh crap moment. And then you need to see if you have a spare or if you got to go and order one. And I hate not having a backup, okay? So also, these, you know, their tempered glass protectors are designed to work really well with those Spigen cases. All right, so now that we got the screen protector on, let's talk a little bit about the case and how we're gonna protect the phone from there. All right, so I opted to go with the Ultra Hybrid case from Spigen. Now, I had used one of these before for my Pixel 7 Pro, and again, I had actually done a review on that one as well. And for the time I was looking for a minimalist case, something that was not too bulky, that had a nice feel to it, that would, you know, do a good job protecting the phone. I often would have to clip it into the controller for my drone, so having something sleek was important to me. Now, one thing that I talked about in the video was discoloration over time. Now, these cases were pretty darn good for what they were, but you can see after like, darn near 3 years already, yeah, we're starting to get a little bit of yellowing here. But I opted to go with the same style and same design here for my brand new phone, and I chose the tech upgrade one because this thing just looks slick here. So again, one of the big aspects that I really like about this one here is that it's, oh, let's pull that peel here. There we go. Get the one from the inside too. Whew, there it is. Yeah, that is a slick looking case. So right off of the hop, I really like that this is slim and it's lightweight. Doesn't feel like you're carrying a brick, but it's also gonna add some solid protection to the phone. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna pop the phone in here now. Oh, there we go. Now this is made with a combination of TPU and that hard polycarbonate. So it's gonna give you a nice balance between shock absorption and rigidity. It's gonna help protect against those drops. Now I love that it's got a nice edge on the perimeter here. So if I place the phone down, I know that it's not hitting screen first. But also for my camera as well, same thing. There's a raised camera bump there, which is really nice. This thing also has a really nice in-hand feel. Gives me a little bit of traction there. That TPU material gives those sides a really nice grip. So this thing, there's really no tendency for it to want to slip out of the hand. Now, The buttons also retain that nice clicky feel here, which is really nice. When you press on your volume rocker here, you don't have any issues there, okay? Also, when I take a look at how this is cut, especially where all of my ports are and whatnot on here, everything is very well set up. All the ports, the camera buttons, everything is precision fit. Nothing's blocked, okay? Also, I love the fact that when I look at where the screen protector actually sits on the screen here, everything's perfect, okay? So again, a really nice feature with this particular case, and I love the background graphics on here. Again, it offers really solid protection without breaking the bank, and it's gonna give you that peace of mind knowing that, hey, your brand new, super expensive phone is protected. All right, so the Pixel 10 Pro, it's out of the box, the Spigen Glas.tR is on, and the Ultra Hybrid case is snug. My phone is officially ready to survive life in my hands now, all right? So folks, if you enjoyed this quick unboxing and review, or it helped you make a decision on what case and screen protector to get, hit that like button. It really helps my small channel to grow. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Again, thanks for stopping by, folks. Your support means the world, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye for now.